I used to think my vulnerability would cost me my credibility. Turns out, it's the reason people started listening. So let me take you back. When I left my day to day 20 plus year television career, I was terrified. By the way, understatement of the year. Not because I didn't have experience, I certainly had that, but because for the first time in years, I didn't know who I was without the title, that identity. So I stayed quiet because I always have. I was polished, I was professional until one day, and I distinctly remember this day, I wasn't. I shared a video about what it was like, what it felt like to start over in midlife, how scary it was, how uncomfortable, how I started feeling again. I talked about how it was to lose your identity, or at least the identity that others put on you. I also shared how it felt like I was rebuilding from scratch. And what shocked me, still truly shocked me, all the DMs and messages I got from you. They weren't great tips. They were, thank you. I feel seen. I feel like your words are what I've been feeling. And that's when I learned your strength isn't in your image. Your strength is in your honesty. As a television producer, I saw this over and over. The moment someone cried, admitted they were scared, or showed a side they usually hide, that's when the audience leaned in. From intervention to 60 days in, to booked first day in, it wasn't the facts that pulled people in. It was that feeling, the flaw that made them human. And guess what? It's no different from you. It's no different from what you're putting online. You don't build a brand by being perfect and polished. You build it by being real. And being real consistently, day after day. You don't need to share anything. You just need to share something that shows people who you are when the camera isn't rolling. Because that is the person they trust. You know that's the person you trust. Most people, they're afraid to show vulnerability because they think it makes them look weak. I know, I've been there. I feel you. The moment you share your fear, because here's the paradox. The moment you share your fear, you become the person others turn to when they're afraid. That's not weakness. That's leadership. That's experience. So here's what I tell people. You don't need to trauma dump. A little too much. And you don't need to overshare. But you do need to open the door. A little. Let people into the moment before the lesson. The feeling before the win. That's what builds magnetic connection. If you're ready to try this, why don't you start with this prompt? Get your pen out. Here's a writer-downer. If people knew this about me, they'd understand why I care so much. Let me say that again. If people knew this about me, they'd understand why I care so much. That one sentence can become your most powerful post. Because here's mine. If people knew how much financial stress I carried in secret while producing primetime television, they'd understand why I'm so passionate about helping people like you build a brand that finally reflects their value. That's what drives this entire series. It's what drives me. So no, vulnerability, it's not a weakness. It's what makes you undeniable. It's the thing that makes people say, finally, someone who gets it. You see me. So tomorrow, I'm going to close this series with a message to the quiet ones. The entrepreneurs who don't want to be loud, but still want to be seen. It's going to be powerful. See you there.